Today, we're going to be making meatballs, but we're not going to be making just any meatballs. We're going to make kofta. This is going to be my version of a Lebanese meatball because we're going to use 7-spice Lebanese spice. All right, what this is a blend of different spices. I'll post what those are on the recipe so that you can use them. Now, we're going to do 2 different ones. These will be 2 separate recipes. One is going to be made traditional with lamb and beef, and the other one we're going to use some ground chicken. And then we're going to taste them both, see which ones we like the best, but we're going to post this all on the website. Now, they'll all be in the recipes. So the other thing I want to say is they'll both be getting fresh parsley, fresh mint, and fresh onion, along with that 7-spice, a little bit of salt, and a pinch of red pepper. And each one will get an egg yolk. All right, now, so you can see why we're going to do these together, because it's going to be so easy to just mix them. They're getting the same exact ingredients. The only thing that's different is the meat. One will be beef and lamb, and the other one will be chicken. To do this, we're going to bake them today because we think it's healthier, and we're going to enlist the work of our food processor to make it fast and simple. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? The first thing I'm going to do is get the onions and spices blended in my food processor along with the parsley and the mint. All right, let's go ahead and get that onion in that food processor. Let's drop in a little bit of the mint. We're going to drop in a little bit of the parsley as well. I'll give you exact measurements or close to exact measurements in the recipe, but I know that that's about a tablespoon of parsley and a little less than a tablespoon of mint. Now we're going to start today with our pork and beef, but remember, I want to get the onion, the spices, and the parsley and mint all blended together first before I bring in my meat. So next we're going to add the spice. Let's go ahead and get that right in. That's our Lebanese 7-spice. We are going to want to put in just a little bit of red pepper flake. So let's see if I can get that in there without making a huge mess. We'll do just a pinch of the red pepper flake. You can see that going in. And lastly, we want to get a little salt in there too. All right, let's get that onto the food processor. And we're going to blend that down, and then we will add in our egg and our meat next. Remember, we only want the yolk of the egg, so let's go ahead and pop that right into the processor. And now let's go ahead and drop in our lamb and our beef. All right, I'm going to put the top back on that, and then we'll go ahead and we'll process that just a couple of times. We don't want to overmix it so it'll be tough. Once we know it's incorporated, we can go ahead and stop and pull this out, and then we'll go ahead and shape these. The oven has been preheated to 350 degrees. So you can see here I've rolled them out, and I tried to make them as uniform as possible. Now, I'm not perfect. I see there's one little one in there. It's not going to hurt anything. You want to make these a little bit bigger than what you think you're going to eat, because lamb and beef has fat in it, so it is going to drip some of the fat out into this tray below, which is why I've set it up on this baking rack. All right, let's pop these into the oven. We're going to give them a good 20 to 25 minutes, and then we'll test to see if they're done using the meat thermometer. Let's get started. After that, we will get started on the chicken ones. We'll do a separate video. Our lamb and beef meatballs are out of the oven. We're going to take a quick temp just to see where they're at. 152, 152, 152, 153. Okay, so if these were chicken, I'd want them to 165, but because they're beef and lamb, I'm okay with 153. We're going to let them set, and they will still continue to cook. However, we are going to likely reheat these when we get ready to use them. And when we reheat, we need to go to 165 every time. All right, so we'll show you what the final product looks like when we plate it. Here are our meatballs plated up. They look delicious, don't they? We're serving them with a Greek salad and a little bit of pita bread. But you could also serve this with a little bit of tzatziki or hummus. They would be delicious. Enjoy.